Hey Freshmen, good to see you. This is a very important video because I accidentally goofed on the Google Docs that I posted. So yesterday I posted the Act 2 Scene 4 instead of Act 2 Scene 3. That was my bad. I had it mislabeled in Google Docs. But both of them are up there now. And I'm going to review them with you right now, so you'll be able to understand them. And both of those are going to be due tonight at midnight. And if it's late, if you get it in on Friday, I'll still give you credit for Thursday, or for yesterday's assignment and today's. So I guess there's good news there. So let's go over Romeo and Juliet Act 2, Scene 3, and Act 2, Scene 4, since they're all posted, and those are the ones I want you to know. So, Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 3. So early we see Romeo about to go and see Friar Lawrence. So remember, him and Juliet were talking, and they were talking about how they might really be true for each other, and if they truly felt that way about each other, they would both agree to get married. And Romeo said he would set everything up. So he is very close with Friar Lawrence, who is a very main character in this play. And he goes to Friar Lawrence's cell. And Friar Lawrence, it starts the play with Friar Lawrence going there. Starts the scene, with Friar Lawrence in his greenhouse. He is a botanist. He works with plants and things like that. So Friar Lawrence is thinking and talking out loud about nature and its power. This is kind of like an undertone for what's going to happen later. And it's actually a pretty interesting scene, what he talks about. Romeo hears about the plant. He hears Friar Lawrence talking about plants that can be both medicine or poison, depending on how you prepare it. This is also a foreshadow for something later on, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So Romeo goes and he makes himself known to Friar Lawrence. He spills his guts to Friar Lawrence. He tells Friar Lawrence about how he can't sleep or think about anything, how he's in love. Friar Lawrence thinks that Romeo's talking about Rosaline, but Romeo tells him, no, it's not about Rosaline. This is about this new girl named Juliet. Friar Lawrence thinks that Romeo is being too fickle. He's like, bro, you were just in love with Rosaline like 6 hours ago, and now you're all of a sudden in love with Juliet. Friar Lawrence has a point, right? But again, we got to suspend our reality a little bit. But Romeo is intent on loving and being with Juliet. So Romeo says it is because it's going to work and it's real because they both feel the same. Juliet also loves Romeo, whereas Rosaline didn't love Romeo the way that Romeo loved Rosaline. So this feeling is mutual, and he says that's why that's going to be why it's going to work out. So then Romeo asks if Friar Lawrence will actually do the wedding. Friar Lawrence at first was already kind of like, come on, man, you're being kind of, you're falling in love too quickly, right? But Romeo's like, no, this is real. We both feel the same way about each other. Eventually, Friar Lawrence did agree to do the wedding, to preside over the wedding, because he feels that by doing so, this would end the feud between the Capulets and the Montagues. So Friar Lawrence is kind of like, on the fence about it, but at the end of the day, he agrees to do it because he wants the feud between the Capulets, Juliet's family, and the Montagues, Romeo's family, to end their feud and stop killing each other. So that was the end of Act 2, Scene 3. Then we jump right into Act 2, Scene 4. And in there, Benvolio and Mercutio are still looking for Romeo. They still haven't seen him. They don't know where he's at from the party. He just kind of disappeared. They want to tell Romeo that Tybalt, the Capulet that was like about to start a rumble at the party, wants to challenge Romeo to a duel. Now, back in these days, duels mean you're going to pretty much kill each other. they find Romeo, and they see he's really happy. He's in high spirits. They think that the party did him well. So they rag on him, and they joke around with him and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, the nurse and Peter come out the cut. They enter stage. They enter the stage. Juliet sent the nurse to ask Romeo if he still is intending on marrying Juliet, to which he says yes. The nurse, she does not like Romeo's friends. She does not like Benvolio and Mercutio, because they're kind of making like sexual jokes. They're kind of a-holes a little bit. You know how your buddies are sometimes around, important things, whereas like they're kind of embarrassing you a little bit. That was what was going on with Romeo. So the nurse then, she asks Romeo if his intentions are still true, if he still loves Juliet, to which he does agree. So then they plan the ceremony for that afternoon. So Romeo and Juliet are going to get married that afternoon in Friar Lawrence's cell. So the nurse tells Romeo, before they part, that he's not the only one who wants Juliet's hand. There's also this man named Paris. And Paris seems to be a better fit for Juliet, especially toward her parents, because, again, her parents would never want Juliet to be with a Montague and Romeo. So they plan on having that wedding in the afternoon, and they plan on being together, that night to get married, and that's how the plan is set up. So if that happens, maybe. If it doesn't, we'll see. So yeah, those are the two scenes that I needed you guys to get to understand. Again, I'm sorry. I posted Act 2, Scene 4 yesterday instead of today. I posted Act 2, Scene 3 last night because I realized that I goofed. So both of those are on Google Classroom right now. They're both, it says it's due tonight, but if you get it in before Friday or by Friday, I'm not going to trip too much. And also, please remember that all of your grades from this week are going to be put in on Sunday. So anything from this week that you still need to put in is still fair game until I put it in the grade book on Sunday. All right? Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, Alex O, for letting me know, that I messed up. And he did it respectfully. Thank you for that. Anything else that you guys might need from me, you please let me know. I appreciate it. Just comment on the post that you watch this video. Make sure you get those two things done, and you enjoy your weekend. Take care, boys.